Urgent news. Summoned to meet, the genius is his sister Ting, and graduated from elementary school. This family is packed with quirky geniuses, yet they live in a stinky basement, making ends meet by folding pizza boxes. With no basement signal, the siblings stay in the bathroom all day for neighbors' Wi-Fi. The dad, for free bug spray. He even sprayed pesticide without closing the windows, and the fumes filled the entire basement, nearly making everyone choke. Only old Jai remained unfazed folding pizza boxes, because compared to the pesticide smell, she'd rather eliminate those pesky rats stealing her food. After urgency flaunted a fake diploma, everything changed dramatically. The next day, she took her sister for an interview at a rich family's house. Before entering, the sister went over the script. Once in the little boy's room, Ting put on her best icy demeanor. She even insisted Mrs. Park leave the room because outsiders weren't allowed in her class, leaving Mrs. Park to wait anxiously downstairs. But she couldn't resist, using water delivery as an excuse to snoop. She was stunned on returning to the living room. Within minutes, Ting had the mischievous child trained like a lamb. Then she continued her fierce performance. She proclaimed her expertise in art therapy, asking if the little boy had ever seen anything unsavory, leaving Mrs. Park totally bamboozled. Mrs. Park offered 10 times the pay. 2 years ago, the boy witnessed something terrifying at the basement entrance. That's why Mrs. Park was willing to splash cash on Ting. After all, she goes all out for her son but pinches pennies for her daughter. This gender bias made it easy for Ting to charm the neglected girl, just as Mr. Park came home, and Mrs. Park introduced Ting as the new art teacher. After their greetings, Mr. Park asked the driver to take Ting home, but the driver had other ideas and insisted on dropping her off at her apartment. Ting had to say her boyfriend was waiting for her at the subway station, which finally got the driver to back off. But this sparked a wild idea in Ting. While the driver was distracted by an accident on the road, she discreetly took off her underwear and shoved the cheap panties under the seat, setting her dad up to go to the Benz dealership the next day to check out the car. Later that night, Mr. Park caught a whiff of something odd, looked down, and found the flowery underwear. He picked it up and took a sniff. The overwhelming scent made Mr. Park question if his luxury car had become the driver's playground. That night, he showed the pants to his wife for some answers. He wanted her to explain, not realizing the driver was a friend of hers. Mr. Park didn't suspect her at all, because the cheap underwear smelled of poverty. Ting interrupted just as they decided to fire the driver. What? Is it over already? Good scent. Mrs. Park asked her if anything strange happened during her ride home with the driver. Ting replied, besides him wanting to come home with me, nothing out of the ordinary, leaving Mrs. Park even more shocked. Turns out, the driver she liked really was that kind of guy. Then Mrs. Park told her, that guy's been fired. Ting seized the moment to recommend a very professional driver. That driver was her dad, old Jin. After days of hanging out at the Benz dealership, she totally knew her. Not a single drop of coffee spilled from Mr. Park's cup as old Jin's skilled driving got him through the interview effortlessly. Now, 3 family members had successfully moved into Mr. Park's house, but this family needed a complete makeover as their next plan was to get rid of the housekeeper, who was tough to deal with. Ting got the scoop from one of the girls. The housekeeper was allergic to peach fuzz. Disguised as a friend, Ting sprinkled it on her, causing severe allergy. She had no clue she was set up. Then old Jin seized his chance to snap a picture to show Mrs. Park the evidence. He claimed the housekeeper had tuberculosis, worrying about the kids, and naive Mrs. Park believed it all. Ting got a text from her dad saying he'd be home in 3 minutes. She put down her phone and pulled out the ready-to-go. She secretly poked the air behind the housekeeper, waiting for the allergy symptoms to kick in. When Mrs. Park returned home, they heard coughing, and the housekeeper tossed a used tissue in the trash. Old Jin immediately volunteered to check it out. He pulled out tomato juice from his pocket and secretly sprinkled it on the tissue. Feigning despair as he looked at Mrs. Park. Just like that, the housekeeper was fired overnight. Although she longingly looked back at the home she'd lived in for 10 years, it seemed there were things she couldn't take with her. Then Mrs. Park called old Jin into a small room, hoping he wouldn't tell Mr. Park. If he found out she hired someone contagious, she'd be in for a lecture. Old Jin agreed, then boldly took Mrs. Park's hand, exclaiming, "I'm doomed." On dropping off Mr. Park, old Jin handed her a business card, claiming it was from an elite housekeeping service just for people like her. Mr. Park looked at the simple yet luxurious card and couldn't tell if it was real or fake. And just like that, Mrs. Yingzi moved in, treating it as their home, with every little action radiating joy. But the truth overlooked by adults was revealed by an innocent boy who sniffed around, thinking, hey, they smell just the same. To avoid detection by the Park family, they planned to use different laundry detergents. Yet only Ting saw through it all. What they truly exuded was the scent of poverty. Only by escaping this class could they shed the stench of poverty. Just then, Yu's childhood friend visited, about to study abroad, giving her a precious nutritional product. The family couldn't stop praising their wealthy and generous friend. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us.